Hello students, I'm Teacher Martin, the teacher of chemistry. Today we are going to learn a topic which is called alcohols. This unit, alcohols, is located in Senior 5 in the combination of MCB, combination of PCM, combination of PCB, combination of BCG, and this unit is very important even in our daily life. So we are going to start with classification of alcohol. Classification of alcohol. Classification of alcohol. So those alcohols are classified into three classes. Three classes. Those three classes are the following. Class number 1 is called primary alcohol. Primary alcohol. Primary alcohol. Class number 2 is called tertiary or secondary. Secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol. When I write ROH, understand alcohol. This is the general formula of alcohol. Class number 3 is tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol. So, we are going to distinguish those three classes of alcohol. So, those three classes of alcohol are differ according to the following structures. So, when I say primary alcohol, this alcohol or those alcohol, they have OH group. This OH group is attached to only one carbon. Let us give you example. Example of primary alcohol is ethanol. Ethanol. So, the structure of ethanol is what? I will say that if it is a primary alcohol, this OH group is directly attached to only one carbon. So, example is ethanol. The structure of ethanol is CH3CH2OH. You see that this carbon carrying OH, is directly attached to only one carbon. It means that you have a carbon and a carbon. And you have a carbon that carrying OH is directly attached to only one carbon. And this one is a primary alcohol. So we are going to see another class of alcohol, which is called secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol. This secondary alcohol also contain OH group or hydroxide group. So the OH group is the general characteristic of alcohol. So for secondary alcohol, carbon carrying this OH is directly attached to other two carbons. For example, this is carbon, this is carbon, this is carbon. And those three carbon are bonded each other. So if it is secondary alcohol, A carbon carrying OH, this OH, carbon carrying OH is directly attached to other two carbon. And this one is called secondary alcohol. So for example is prop 2R. Prop 2R. Or you can say propanol. This propanol, it carry carbon that contain OH. As I was said in the last session of alkyl halide or alkane, this carbon carrying OH is a carbon number 2. Remember, I was right, prop 2R. It means that these two indicate the position of OH group. It means this is the first carbon, the second, this is the third. And I will say that you have a prop 2R, CH3, 1, 2, 3, remain one bond, have a hydrogen, and you have 1, 2, you have a 3 hydrogen. It means that this prop 2R is a secondary alcohol because carbon carrying OH is directly attached to other 3 carbon. Lastly, we are going to see tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol. This tertiary alcohol is the last category of alcohol. So, as I was said, alcohols are characterized by group OH group. This OH group in tertiary alcohol is the carbon carrying this OH group is directly attached to other 3 carbon. So the structure of tertiary alcohol is this one. We have 1, 2, 3, and you have another carbon here. And those carbons are bonded together. This is the bond, this is another bond, and this one is another bond. So, tertiary alcohol, OH, carbon carrying OH, is directly attached to other 3 carbon. So, we have a carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. Those carbons are directly attached to this carbon which carries OH. And this one is tertiary alcohol. So, we are going to see, lastly, we are going to see how to test. Tests of those alcohol. Test of the alcohols. When we are going to test those alcohol, we are going to distinguish those 3 categories of alcohol. So, we are going to see reagents. Reagent used to test this one. There are so many reagents used to test alcohol. But today, we are going to focus on hydrogen chloride. This is anhydrous. And zinc chloride. So, when we are going to use those reagents used to test alcohol, we are going to talk about Lucas tests. It means that when you are going to test alcohol, we use a test called Lucas. This Lucas test uses those reagents, hydrogen chloride and zinc chloride. So, we are going to see observation. What we expect when we are going to use this reagent. We are going to start with primary alcohol. So, if you have a primary alcohol and you are going to test this primary alcohol by using Lucas test, For example, this is a primary alcohol. This is an example. And you are going to add hydrogen chloride in the presence of zinc chloride. What is the observation? So, when you take a primary alcohol and you react it with Lucas test, there is no observation. There is no observation. There is no reaction. There is no reaction. It means that this reaction is very slow. It takes a long time to observe the product. But when you are going to test secondary alcohol, for secondary alcohol, and you are going to test this secondary alcohol, you take this secondary alcohol, the same reagent is the hydrogen chloride in the presence of zinc chloride. And I will say that this one is a Lucas test. The observation is this one. You obtain a cloudiness. You obtain a fumes. A cloudiness is formed within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes. Remember, for primary alcohol, there is no observation. There is no reaction. But for secondary alcohol, the observation is formed or is obtained within 5 minutes. So, what about tertiary? For tertiary alcohol, also we use the same reagent. We are going to take tertiary alcohol. We are going to add hydrogen chloride in the presence of zinc chloride. So the product is this one. What? The observation. The observation is a cloudiness that takes place immediately. We have immediate cloudiness is formed. It means that when you observe directly those cloudiness, those fumes, you can say, you can predict, this is a tertiary alcohol. When the observation is take place in 5 minutes, I say, this is a secondary alcohol. And if the observation, there is no observation observed, you can say this is a primary alcohol. So, this is our topic today. Thank you for watching us. I'm a teacher of chemistry. Remember to subscribe to our channel, URUREMBO. Thank you very much.